can't win the election he's laying claim to. Atiku can't also win the same election, Lillian Ogbole. Dr. Mrs. Lillian Ogbole, who is the national coordinator of a pro-Tinubu group, has claimed that the Labour Party's presidential candidates during the just concluded presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi, can't win the election he's laying claim to, and at the same time, his PDP counterpart, Atiku Abubakar, can't also win the election he's laying claim to, stating it is clear that it is not possible for the two candidates to win one election at a time. Exactly. I mean, it's just logical. Both especially are thinking that they won the election. And what is actually more surprising is Atiku thinks he won, which is actually more unlikely if, there was any disruption with the results. Speaking further, she noted that Peter Obi and Atiku are laying claim to the same mandate, whereas Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been sworn in as the authentic president of the country. She went on and made it known possible that those laying claim to the mandate are not the rightful winners of the election. Dr. Mrs. Ogbole made this disclosure on Friday afternoon when she was interviewed on Arise television. She said, Obi can't win the same election he's laying claim to, and Atiku can't also win the same election he's laying claim to. Both can't win the election. In addition, she called on the Labour Party's presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, and his PDP counterpart, Atiku Abubakar, to quickly withdraw their litigations against Bola Ahmed Tinubu and join hands with him in the proposed national unity and all-inclusive government. It should be recalled that the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, and his PDP counterpart, Atiku Abubakar, are presently in court challenging the outcome of the February 25th presidential election on the basis that the said election was marred by irregularities and rigging. I think we've gotten to the phase where, okay, fine, they've let Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi argue, do their thing in court, and now because everyone else is tired, they're like, listen, guys, the person you're fighting against has been sworn in as the president, has even signed bills. He's acting as the president after being inaugurated. That means after following the due process. So, I mean, I'm of the same opinion as well, but not for the same reason, but because they're fighting in a rigged system and a rigged court system. So it's like how the same system that literally you claim has rigged you, you're going to that same system to try and fight for why you won the election, and you're challenging the outcome of the election results. For me, it doesn't make sense. And that's why I'm like, you know what? It's fine. They can both just chill. Well, a commenter here states, even Obi himself knows that he didn't and can't win the presidential election. He's simply using the combination of mind games and game of probability. Only the gullible believe otherwise. Obi is the winner of the presidential election. All of you know it. Let's wait for the tribunal verdict. That's the thing. We are looking to the judicial system that we've been bashing for so many years as to how it lacks integrity, to then all of a sudden change. And then why, even if Peter Obi won, right? After they've sworn Tinubu in, done all that, INEC has claimed to have lost the documents that prove Tinubu was president and why he won. They claim that they don't have it anymore. So why would they then go through all that, dig themselves in such a hole to then say, Peter Obi is the winner? What does that do for them? It defeats their whole purpose, because you have to understand that they also do not want Peter Obi to win. So why would they make it easy for him? June 30th, apparently the APC is going to give their defense in courts as to basically how in courts as to how they won the election and how they can prove that, and why they are the rightful winners, and why Tinubu should be president. And that's very interesting. Please, madam, go and wait for the court's decision on the matter. Why are you scared of their petition? I've never seen a more gullible people than the obedience. Interesting. Advise Obi to recontest in the next 4 years so that he can pursue 2 cases in court. Wow, what a joke. You look at the of Atiku Abubakar, since 2004 till now, he'd been going. He's literally been trying to be president and he has just not won it. And it's like, Atiku is not necessarily someone who doesn't have connections or that. He hasn't won it. So it's actually quite interesting how, the resilience that Atiku has is actually quite commendable because, to go time and time again, it's interesting. Evil people run when nobody pursues them. Madam, you begged Obi and Atiku to withdraw their case and now they are saying that they can't win in court. Please wait for the court ruling. Who is she to technically then speak on what they should and should not do? And again, she's pro-Tinubu, so why would she not support Tinubu? What else do you expect from someone who supports Tinubu? They're not going to speak against their principle, would she? She can't do that. I don't see why people are like bashing the woman like as if she has not come out to say that she's in support of Tinubu. Like I don't understand. PDP might have won if their candidate was from the south. Obi had remained in the party. G5 didn't bring their troubles. Well, the thing is, I think the whole reason as to why, Peter Obi was basically in the Labour Party had to do with he was in the PDP before as a vice presidential candidate. And the next day before the primaries, was it the primaries? Yes. Before that, he literally just switched. So what would have made him switch, especially if he knew that he wasn't going to win? Maybe that's why he also switched to the Labour Party as well. So it's like he could have been in the PDP. Very, very interesting. And would have been with Atiku as Atiku's vice presidential candidate. Interesting. Put what you think in the comment section below and don't forget to like and subscribe.